Well, welcome everyone. My name is Heather Davidson-Mine. I'm with IndEco Strategic Consulting. Today we're going to be talking about ideation. I'll explain what that is, and specifically ideation for effective DSM. So ideation is idea creation. So it's a bit of a coin of phrase. So the first thing we're going to talk about is what is a big idea and what is a loud idea. Is anyone familiar with these terms?
Nope.
Okay, well, a big idea is one that really grabs people, and we'll talk about this in an advertising frame of reference just for a moment. It's an idea that changes the way we think and changes the way we feel. The idea in advertising, of course, is to get people to buy into an idea, buy into a product, or buy into a concept, or a process, or a system, or a service. And that can apply, of course, to DSM as well if you're designing programs to deliver to residences or businesses that you want to participate in your DSM program. So these ideas are ideas that last. They stick around for a while. They resonate, they echo with people, and they're remembered. A loud idea, on the other hand, is one that is a bit of a flash in the pan, can be gimmicky, but it really makes you sit up and listen and maybe run out and buy a product, but it doesn't stay with you, it doesn't change the way you think, it doesn't change your frames of reference. So a couple of examples. A big idea is, an example is the campaign for beauty by Dove. So this has been identified, and this is subjective, but this has been identified by some advertising gurus as a big idea because it really changes the way people think, not necessarily about Dove products, but changes the way they think about how women think about beauty. So are you familiar with this campaign?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So a loud idea might be the Mazda Zoom Zoom. So maybe it gets you excited about Mazda and you go away singing the Zoom Zoom song, but it doesn't really change your frame of reference, doesn't really change the way you think about the world. So those are just two examples. So what we want to go for when we're coming up with ideas is the big ideas. We want those ideas that resonate with people, that stay with them, that stick with them, and change the way they think and act, behave, and so on. So there's a few things that we'll talk about to get to be able to develop these big ideas. So the first one is the idea of diverging before you converge. So diverging is going out, looking at all your possibilities, and then once you have a number of possibilities on the table, I know that's a merge sign, but there's a merge sign. When you come back, you want to take everything that you've got from a whole pile of ideas and then narrow it down to what you're finally going to go forward with at the end of the day. So we're going to do a little exercise around diverging and converging, and actually, this will need you to get out your paper and your pens. We're going to do our first brainstorming exercise. So what I'm going to do is draw a shape on the board. You're just going to look at that shape. I'm going to give you 20 seconds, and you're to write down as many words that come to your mind by looking at the shape as possible. So really the idea is to just go out there, and this is the diverging. So this is just coming up with lots of ideas that just jump into your mind. So just go for it. Everyone with me? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So here's your first idea. It's not very clear, but you see it? Okay, time's up, pen's down. Alright, let's count up your ideas and see how people did. I got 7.
I got 6.
Nope. 13. Wow, that's right. You got 10. Great.
I got 9.
Good, well those are all pretty good. Good to start with. Actually did give you 30 seconds rather than 20. Okay, great. So the idea is to really get lots of ideas out there. So Judy, you had the most. Do you want to read us through this?
Well, they were just key points. So I thought thin, contrast, messy, seamless, motion, chaos, dark, black, movement, moving.
Great. Okay, and David, you had fewer. Do you want to tell us what you had?
I had spiral, CFL, spring, tornado, picnic glass holder, and curly.
That's interesting. So you had similar. We did have words and similar numbers. So my first thought there is that your words are a little more developed. So you actually came to a product like a CFL, whereas Judy, your words were more abstract, really. So let's see if we can really keep on the abstract, not evaluate the words as we write them down, but just whatever comes to your mind, build as many ideas as we can. So let's do another one.
Do we want to keep this abstract?
Well, really the idea is to get as many ideas on paper as possible. So you're diverging, you're just going out there and getting whatever you can.
Try a different color. Why don't you try the blue or the red?
Okay, time's up and done. Anyone improve on their score from last time?
We got 11 this time.
Great.
9.
Good?
12.
Okay, good.
And I had 8, which is less.
Okay.
I had one less too.
Okay, interesting. Maybe it's the nature of the shape and how it works with your mind. But okay, so that's just one exercise in brainstorming. We're going to do a few different exercises so you'll get an idea of some different techniques, and we'll talk about how it all goes together. Another way to get big ideas. We're going to do another exercise. This time we're going to work we're going to work in some small groups. So we'll break out into groups of 3, and that should work around the room. So what our challenges this time is to actually brainstorm on a specific idea. Now we have a specific idea that's related to DSM to work on. So your challenge is how to get a business to do lighting retrofits. So that's some of you are familiar with that, I guess. It's very undefined. I mean, it's not specific. You can do whatever you want with it. So I'll give you 2 minutes. But here's the trick. Every time someone in your group says something, the next person has to respond by saying yes, but, and then they have to continue on with that sentence. Make sense? And you can, I mean, you don't have to go around in a circle, but you can, the idea is to feed off of each other and you see where it takes you. So you want one person in the group, or all of you, to record what you write. So we'll give you, what did I say, 3 minutes? Give you 3 minutes, so go.